Good morning, everyone. JJ here from tradingsyndicate.org. And I apologize this week. I've been sick and wasn't able to do a lot of YouTubes, unfortunately, since Monday. So got a had a pretty bad virus and old guy with heart issues, of course. That started to become a problem, but all good. Don't worry, folks, I'm hard to kill. They've already tried a few times. Anyway, let's get to our weekend update, and I'll be back next week. And I appreciate your patience and all your good wishes. Thank you very much. Let's go take a look at this crazy market. So, if you could see the weekly chart, you could see above 66.58, we've got a lot of trapped long inventory. And what we're doing is we're washing that out, which means we're cleaning it, going back and forth between 63.64 and 66.58. Okay. And if we get any serious liquidation further, it's going to take us between the 60.64 and 63.64 level. That's where the next position is before this big move down. This is necessary. We're in a new year and we have to reset our cost basis. How that gets done, last time it was Mr. Trump's Terminator 2 day, Judgment Day. This time it's a war. So that creates unreliable order flow because people can't plan for these things. So what happens is when the investment money starts to back away because they don't really know what's going on, they have a longer timeline. They're already invested in their portfolios. So they're just holding for 20 years, 30 years. That's the investment money, big money, the Black Rocks, etc. Now, when they kind of step away, that leaves a vacuum, and in that vacuum steps the speculator. Now, the speculator, the new breed of speculators in this market are highly, highly capitalized, insanely technologically proficient, which means they spend millions on technology, data, etc. They really know what they're doing, and they trade size. They trade size, and these large ranges for them are sort of like a gift from the order flow gods. So when you see the daily chart, you'll see these really big moves up and down. Now, a lot of retail traders try and catch the big move. There's nothing wrong with that if you have the skill to trade a big move. It's like when I lived in Hawaii, you'd see people trying to surf big waves and they just eat foam in massive wipeouts. Experienced surfers knew which waves to take, which ones to avoid, when to surf, when not to surf, just like trading. If you're new to this, don't try and catch these big moves, right? Don't get stars in your eyes. Let me show you how to do it. So you let the large traders find the bottom and the top. Let the $100 million, $1 billion guys and gals, let them sort that out. What you do, right? And I'm going to show you what's going on. You see, it's just a game of inventory. Well, not a game, it's a business, right? Everybody calls it a game. It's really not a game, it's a business. You take the cheap stuff, you sell it, you put it on sale, you go sell it again. Because when you put it on sale, that brings in buyers. So we still have these big up and down liquidation moves. Now, the catalyst, of course, is news, but you can clearly see the liquidation, right? That's liquidation into wholesale hands. So that's accumulation, right? This liquidates down. That's taken resold. And you can see in this shortened electronic session, we're kind of futzing around back and forth in the cost basis of yesterday. But this is what you do. Large traders will build a position here, go sell it. Then they'll build a short position and cover. That's really sounds great, right? And it's wonderful to make, you know, 50, 100 grand a day, but it's not in the realm of possibility for a retail trader, especially one who's just learning how to become profitable, learning how to be consistent. So, how do you trade this? Well, what you do is when the market makes a big move, right, you'll have a market going sideways, building a position. Some news will come out and you will make a large move. When that happens, wait for the market to establish a sideways balance level. Once you do that, then you have a place to put your risk. So, as new traders, what you want to be doing is when the market looks below and fails this 65.94 level, you buy this, you put your stop under 94, you sell a little here at 6,600, sell a little here at 66.05, 6, all the way up to that 8, right? If you're in the short selling mode, you wait for it to look above and fail, you short 66.05, 6, you put your stop at 8, and then you cover a little here at 6,600, you cover a little here at 65.94. Now, this isn't glamorous because what you're doing is you're trading both sides of the wholesale market making business model. That's what you're doing. That's what causes this. This is a distribution balance. But I'll tell you something, trying to catch this big move with a $2,000 account is not going to happen. Wait until boundaries are established and then you can manage your risk. Because in markets like this, you get these are 1 minute candles. Look how big they are. You can blow up your entire account in a 1 minute candle, right? Just like the song, in a New York minute, everything can change, right? So trade back and forth once it establishes this. Now, of course, you're going to have to be patient, but I don't like telling people to be patient. I like telling them to be smart because as soon as you tell somebody to be patient, they do completely the opposite. Wait for the market to put in that back and forth, map it out. We show you how to do it at Trading Syndicate. Come into our room. We will show you how to do it. And that's what you do. You wait for the market to build out that range and then you trade it back and forth, make your daily bread. And if it breaks, you're stopped. If it breaks here, you're stopped out. That way your risk is very clear, very well managed. And that's what we're going to do going forward this week until the news cycle settles down. Right. And then, of course, what you do is you just take that balance zone and you double it to the upside and the downside. If you want accurate targets, and that's what we're going to do next week. Right. And for larger traders who want to capture big moves, we will be having an advanced trading session next week on Thursday in our room in Trading Syndicate. If you're interested, please let me know. We look forward to having you in our room. Have a wonderful Easter long weekend. Bit of a short video. I've still got a cold you can hear. I'll be back next week with more videos. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. And once again, thank you for all your kind words while I was sick. Bye for now.